people in society looking at others, I have to claim their personal some of the things I do in my own conscious ways or not. They take any word that I've been a part of things for my own rights. I was friends with somebody in childhood. It was with them in childhood. I haven't talked to them for many years. And people may claim that they're personal to that or that they're personal to my place in that. Or if I was friends with somebody, I was there about my rights and childhood because they invited me over. They pay personal into my own evidence where I live my life for me. They look into them, add themselves on my life on harassment through my society, through my fellow household. This is why I put my address out there, put myself out there since I've been involved. As they try to add themselves onto my place in society on false context, or even they try to do that through my outpatient diagnosis since I've been involved. That's why I start putting my address out there on false context. Corroborating that they try to corroborate with my family, say that my family's interest that they have a Bible, because I've been in the false context of professionals as well since I've been adult, where outside of my boundaries of rights, where they tried to get negative stays. I mean, they tried to convict me. They tried to do it every which way since I've been adult, where I'm a person in society by her own rights, already in society, and they try to corroborate with mental health stays out of false context through my place in the father's household, corroborating with inviolable reasonings. My family's done the same thing where I live here by my rights, or they show signs of it. It was never a thing before. They tried to do that, but they do it through my place in my father's household where I live by my own rights and pay rent. I'm a citizen, so I get Social Security from the government. Um, I I um, I I buy things online all the time under my name. They may try to claim that under my name, Caitlin Lemke is they believe that's a different person, but that's me. That's who I've always been as my place in society. Yet again, they may pay into personal evidences and utilize them to claim as if they are personal to employees or not, but they have a reason opinion. They claim going into the professional fields that my life had features with my family in the past that it didn't, for why they have these interests. They pay into background platforms, claim my life has other features, and maybe through my outpatient diagnosis, which they turn into other things and corroborate that it's viable to add themselves out of my life outside of my boundaries rights because of that. Um, because they cover that my life has some other downfall or feature or I have some other unstable mental health diagnosis. They cover it out of false context. They claim my life has other features. I've always been the same stable mental emotional person. But lose my life for a place. They cover it because they have these interests where I'm supposed to live my life for me, that it's viable, and they try to add themselves out of harassment. This is terrible life sort. And multiple people cover it because they have an issue or interest with my place, my own life, that it's viable, that they add themselves out of my life, out of those contexts. People in society have never been personal with. They've always had a high jealousy thing with me since I was young. They constantly cover it that I'm flawed in ways I'm not, because they don't want me a part of things. When I was never friends or personal with them anyways. I'm an adult. There's certain people I never chose to be personal with because I didn't like them as people. They're take advantage type people. Or I'm an adult with her own life, with her own interests, an independent person that lives by her own interests, her boundaries, her rights. I'm a 33-year-old woman as of today. I've always been the same responsible person since I've been an adult in my 20s, same mentally coherent, emotionally mature person since I was a child. You know, it just maybe gets stronger as older I get. But I'm currently 33 right now.